they're signed, that's it.
Yes, they're all pre-signed.
Okay.
We have 3 letters. Dear Lake Township Board, I am writing this letter in support of keeping Tim Lally and Lou Coletta on the Lake Township Planning Board. I feel that Tim and Lou have a strong commitment to protecting the safety and welfare of our township residents, which is reflected in their decision-making. Our residents deserve to be represented by township officials who put the needs of the community before themselves, and you would be doing a disservice to our community by terminating Tim and Lou's service on the planning board.
Who signed up?
Oh, Dan Devon. Lake Township Clerk, we are writing this letter in support of Tim Lally continuing on the Lake Township Planning Commission. We do not believe there is just cause for his dismissal for the following reasons. Quote, the charge is slander, unquote. Reasons. Number 1, he has actively served with careful reasoning and logic, including respect for all the citizens. Number 2, what is slander? His statement was addressed to the whole board. Is not slander against an individual? Number 3, yes, he was questioning the wisdom of the board's refusal to sign the state's integrity statement and how it would appear, think about it. He was also asking this question for many citizens. Number 4, is there still free speech and freedom to ask questions? Again, we all know the motive for firing Tim Lally is about wind turbines. Let's settle this war. Sincerely, John and Ruth Detmer. Lake Township Clerk, we are writing this letter in support of Lou Coletta continuing on the Lake Township Planning Commission. Admittedly, he has put a lot of work into his service for every issue for all the citizens. The charge is he did not hold an annual election of officers. We do not feel there is just cause for his dismissal for the following reasons. Number 1, the whole board holds the responsibility, not just the chairman, for elections. Number 2, there hasn't been an election since 1994. Number 3, the proper way would have been for anyone on the township board to have given a reminder last fall. Number 4, everyone knows on both sides that the motive to fire Lou is because of wind turbines. The time for peace, understanding, and resolve for both sides is long overdue. The alternative is strife and lack of understanding. Finally, hate and permanent division in our community will continue. Is this what we want? Where in the Bible are we led this way? Sincerely, John and Ruth Detmer.
Okay, we'll open the meeting to the president. You'll be able to speak for 3 minutes. Let's start. Mr. Tigers, you got anything to say?
No, nothing that I can add to the eloquent statements of the attorney. I'm completely in support of Tim and Lou. Okay. I think this is a mistake. I think as it's constructed, it's a kangaroo court.
Anyone have anything to say?
I have no qualms about Tim's integrity. I've known him for 10 to 12 years, and I believe this thing should be dropped.
Okay. Pat?
Watching that tape, realized that they cut it off too soon. There was a statement made in that tape that was cut off. And this is the statement that was most likely to be the slanderous one. He said to them, as a company, I would be very, very careful about working with a board that basically publicly pledges not to be honest. He made this statement implying that they are unethical because they did not sign the governance document. He disregarded the fact that the board members took an oath of office to serve the township and that they are under no obligation to sign the governance document in question, and that not signing does not preclude their being ethical. It is not true that all townships in the state have signed it, and he overlooks the fact that it is not necessary that the pledge be signed for a board to act ethically.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Tom Bell. Everybody here knows or might know that I'm Val's brother. But my statements here tonight are independent of my relationship with her. I've been to a few of these meetings and I've listened to both Tim and Lou ask questions, good questions, and I feel that they're representing the folks in the community that aren't going to benefit from the wind turbines. And I think it's a good idea to ask the questions before these things get built, because they're going to be here a long time after the board is gone. And I think it would be a shame to dismiss these gentlemen.
Anyone else? Mrs. Williams?
I think that the action of having this dismissal was done with the deliberate intent to malign the character of Lou and Tim. If something was not being done in the way either the supervisor or the board wished it to be done, I think that a warning letter should have been sent out, and everybody deserves a warning. That's all I have to say.
Jeannie?
Thank you. My name is Jeannie Henry. I'm also on the Zoning Board of Appeals, and I share a position on that board also with Tim Lally. And I can tell you that I've been concerned about my own future on being on the Zoning Board of Appeals, because sometimes my decisions don't sit well with other people that are on the board. Both Tim and I at times have been in agreement and then in disagreement with much of the rest of the board. It's not a very pleasant place to be, I must tell you. It's not very comfortable. And I want you to think about that. What if you disagree with someone on your board of supervisors? How should you feel if you feel uncomfortable because it wasn't taken well? When you've done due diligence, you've done the research, you've inspected the site, you've taken all opportunities to think about what's best for the person who is appearing before the board and for the people, and sometimes almost a precedent, which is not supposed to be, but you know how people think, well, this guy got this, what's this going to mean to me? You take into a lot of account what you do. And the volunteers, and let me emphasize that word, volunteers. Oh yeah, I'll whoop them $30. Yeah, that's making me rich every time we have a meeting. These people work hard and put in a lot of time other than the hour or two that they spend within this building. So have some respect for the people, and all of the people, I would agree, that work on these positions, elected or volunteer. But I really am concerned that, again, in Mr. Lally's case, in this case, from what I've been able to also see on another board, there has been some very harsh judgment. If he doesn't come down the way it's supposed to be, it's not very pleasant, and I've seen it too. Thank you for the time.